This is the Ding Dong Gong Show.
Vauxhall Comedy Club, are you ready for the start of the Ding Dong Gong Show? Come on, we need more noise than that. Are you ready for the start of the Ding Dong Gong Show? Well, please welcome to the stage your host, Mark Cram!
Thank you for that applause that did not last until I got to the stage. Let's try that again. Please welcome Mark Cram! There we fucking go. Give me a cheer if you've been to Vauxhall Comedy Club before. Sorry, Big Belly Comedy Club, we've rebranded. Give me a cheer if you've been to the Gong Show before. Give me a cheer if you've not been before. Give me a cheer if you thought you were coming to a normal comedy night tonight. Bring your expectations way fucking down for what is going to happen tonight. Because you have come to the Ding Dong Gong Show. What you're going to see tonight is you're going to see acts that are going to come up here. Some of them will be new. Some of them will be experienced, but they're trying to get into the club. And what they're trying to do is try and get to 5 minutes on the clock without you guys voting them off. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, basically, it's a little bit fucking savage. And also, it's a bank holiday weekend. So you guys are all assumedly quite fucking drunk. So it's going to be worse than fucking normal here today. That's what you like to think. Great, so I'll explain the rules properly in a minute, but let's meet most of you. We've got a man here in the front row in shorts and sunglasses on his head. Thinking he's from California like a cunt. What's your name, buddy? Sam. Sam, where are you from, Sam?
From York.
From York, so why are you dressed like that? Just a bit of sun out tonight. Who are you here with tonight, Sam?
With the girlfriend and a few of them.
With the girlfriend and the three of your friends. Are those your friends or are those your girlfriend's friends?
Soon to be friends.
So your girlfriend's friends. So you're stuck on a night out with people you fucking hate. How long have you been together?
6 years.
6 years? Oh no, so you've got used to this fucking gaggle of cunts by now. That's good. So Sam, you've been together 6 years. Why are you dragging your feet on the proposal? What's happened there? I mean, you've not answered the question, Sam. You sat there in silence. You know, Sam. Tell me, what do you do, Sam? You're a project manager. That's why he's dragging the feet. No one will marry a project manager. Because no one knows what the fuck that is. Now, what's your girlfriend's name? What's your name, madam? Annie. Annie, what do you do, Annie? You're a teacher? Hey! What do you teach, Annie? Primary. Some people very disappointed over there. All right, who in here's got kids? Fucking hell. That's why no one gives a shit about your life, Annie. It's like these are young people who have chosen to live their lives without financial burden. They don't need you. So Annie, so you met 6 years ago. How did you meet?
In a cafe.
You met in a cafe. You worked in a cafe. All right, who did what in the cafe?
I think I was making sandwiches.
You think you were making sandwiches. And what did you do, Annie?
I was on till.
You were on the till. So what made you first fall in love with this man? No fucking answering again, is it? It was you said the eyes. It sounds like you're fucking guessing, Annie, to be honest. And I've seen his eyes. They're mediocre at best. There's nothing going on. He's dead behind the eyes like a velociraptor. There's nothing happening. Anyway, you seem like lovely people. Do they seem like lovely people? No one gives a fuck. We got these friends with him. What's your name there, mate? Richie. Richie, fucking hell. Is that short for Richard?
No, is it fuck?
Is it fuck? So you've chosen to be called Richie by choice, like a prick. So your literal name is Richie? Yeah. Jesus Christ, your parents gave you no chance, Richie. Richie, are you from posh people? No. Where are you from, Richie?
Newcastle.
From Newcastle? Wow, no fucking reaction to that at all. You don't sound particularly Geordie, Richie. I'd have to.
When you're corrupted by the South, innit?
You're corrupted by the South. How long have you been in the South, Richie?
3 years.
3 years, and what do you do?
Teacher as well, but
Teacher as well. What do you teach?
geography.
Geography. A little more noise for geography, but still largely who gives a fuck. I get a feeling in this room when the teachers went on strike, everyone was like, fuck you, get back to work. We don't need you. So, Richie, who are you here with tonight?
My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend, Ria, and how long have you been together, Richie? 8 months. How's it going?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Rhea, how do you feel about it?
Why the fuck you lying?
That feels like a good time as anybody. So welcome your God mic and music sound person tonight, Lee Hudson.
Hello.
Lee, how you feeling tonight?
All good, all good. I got home at 4:30 this morning, so yeah.
Lee Hudson. All right, so Rhea, sorry, we got interrupted. Don't worry, thank you, Rhea. So Rhea, what do you do? You're a teacher as well? Fucking hell. All right, is anyone in the room not a fucking teacher? That guy Nazi saluting in the middle of the room. Interesting. What's your name, you massive Goebbels sympathizer? Liam. Liam, how drunk are you? A little, yeah. Liam, who have you come with tonight? That guy just put his arm going, the fucking boys! In his backwards baseball cap, like it's 1995. By the way, you should also think you should know me. I'm a bisexual. And in case the guys in that party are wondering, it's yes, no, yes. And Richie, look at me. Definitely, mate. Every fucking day, don't worry about it. Fuck yeah. Got any other LGBT people in the house tonight? Some lesbians, sweet. Not gonna lie to me, the group that is literally the most useless to me. As a bisexual man, let's face it, I can fuck gay guys, I can fuck straight women, I can fuck, let's face it, straight men are only one beer away from trying something. But lesbians is like a fucking brick wall, and it's never gonna happen. Right, who were the lesbians in the room? They've gone quiet now, haven't they? I'm not, like, genuinely pleased you were here. Pleased there were LGBT people in the room. I did a gig in a place called Tiverton down in Devon, and there was a stony silence when I asked that question. So I said to them, what, do you not have any gay people in Tiverton? And a woman from the back of the room just shouted out, not anymore, love. Genuinely the most terrifying heckle I've ever had. Like they asked me to come back and do that gig again. You know what that gig was supposed to be? Fucking bonfire night. Just don't need the money that bad, to be honest. Right, so, like, you don't have to worry too much, man. Like Richie, I'm very new to the whole bisexual thing. I used to identify as straight until fairly recently. And then what happened was, a few months ago, I got the COVID vaccine. Since then, just can't stop sucking dick, guys. Anybody else have that problem? You there, mate, like sucked a few dicks since COVID? No? Has that been your vibe? No, it's not that head motion, it's that head motion you want, mate. That's the one you're looking for. What's your name, mate? James, and how much land do your parents own? With your haircut and your Lonsdale tight shirt. What's your name? So, James, what do you do?
I'm a lawyer.
You're a lawyer. Sometimes you can tell by looking. So, James, what sort of lawyer are you? A corporate lawyer. Who's your favourite Tory? Rees-Mogg's your favourite. Yeah, of course he is. Oh man. So, James, tell me who have you come with tonight?
My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend, who now looks very embarrassed to be with you. What's your name, madam?
Abby.
Abby, did you know he was rich when you met him? Obviously, yeah. He's not getting by on looks or personality, it's the wealth. So Abby and James, how did you meet?
She's a lawyer as well, so we met at work.
You're a lawyer as well, Abby. What sort of lawyer are you? Also a corporate lawyer. So you're like an attractive cunt, so it's a different sort of thing. Well, it's good to have you guys here. It's nice. I'm glad you met in real life as well. I'm a single bisexual man. Yeah, that is literally the most depressing thing you can be. I cannot cast that net any wider than I've already have, so I rejoined one of those internet dating sites that I used to be on back in the day, and I took one of those matchmaking things where you get matched to your ideal mate, and I got matched to my old profile. Because apparently the only person that can love me is me. Yeah? Weirdly enough, only a 94% match. What the fuck happened there? Right, so we got to get on with it. I've got to explain what the fuck's going to happen here tonight. So basically, you've got new acts or acts trying to get in the club tonight. They're going to come up here and they're going to try to get to 5 minutes in time. Now, you will have there will be judges in the audience and they'll get to vote those people off. Now, you cannot vote them off for the first minute. After 1 minute, you will hear this noise. Thank you for that delay, Lee. And then you will be able to vote them off in the air. Now, 4 of you in the audience will have judging tokens, which are actually massive dildos, and you can see those in the moment. When 1 dildo goes in the air, you will hear this noise.
1 dong.
When you hear 2 dildos in the air, you will hear this noise.
2 dongs.
When 3 of the 4 dildos go in the air, that person will be voted off, and you will hear this noise.
3 dongs.
And that means they are off the stage and they are no longer allowed to compete for 5 minutes. Now, if by some miracle those people make it to 5 minutes, they will hear this noise.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never give it up. Every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Thank you, the 2 people that did that with me. That means they've made it to the final and they'll be eligible to win the night at the end of the night. Now, the judges then will decide at the end of the night who wins it and who wins the spot at the club in the future. Does that sound good to you? Yeah! Now, Wesley, would you like to meet your panelist judge from the professional industry tonight? Would you like to meet them? Yeah! Please welcome to the stage your 2 judges tonight. Please welcome Paddy Young and Finlay Christie! Paddy and Philly are both fit professional comedians who play this club on a regular basis. They're going to be giving the acts some feedback before they leave the stage tonight. Whether they win or lose, they're at least going to fucking learn something. Now, Paddy, what are you looking for from the acts tonight?
Well, Mark, like everyone else in here, hopefully the next James Corden could be up here tonight. Wow. Guys, this is a pro Corden show. Well, I don't know, I also want to see some bad bombs as well. I hope I can do someone's suicide note. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good night all in all.
Paddy Young!
Thank you for the support, guys. It means so much.
Finlay Christie, what are you looking for from the acts tonight?
I want to see the stars tomorrow, man. I want to see, I want to see the future celebs and failing that, some autism.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
True of the judges as well, apparently. Anyway, big round of applause for Finlay Christie and Paddy Young! Right, also, the beauty of this night is we have 2 sorts of acts tonight. We have the people that have signed up in advance. They are on a list. They have been vetted to come here. We know what the fuck they're going to do. But then there is this. There is the sign-up bucket. If anyone who walks into the building tonight could put their name in that bucket and they may get pulled out of the thing. And those people could be legitimately fucking insane. I'm not going to lie, this is the more entertaining part of the night. Because some of them will be good, but some of them will be fucking shit. So how would you like to start the night? Would you like to start with a bucket pull or a fucking list person? Well, we're going to start with a bucket. Before we get to that, we've got to select some of the people in the audience, you people, who would like to be people that get to vote people off the night. Who would be the first person who would like a dildo? There is a man right there in the middle. What's your name again, mate? Liam, tell me about you, Liam. Liam, what do you do for a living? You work in sales. Do we all think Liam would be a good first judge for the night? Now, Liam, what you get is you get a dildo. And Liam, we're going to give you a double-ended dildo. Take that, Liam.
Share it with the boys.
Now, Liam, show that. Hold that in the air for me, Lee. Can you see where Liam is?
I can.
There we fucking go. Right, so, who else would like a dildo? You've got a woman there in the third row. What's your name? Lydia? Lydia, tell me about you. What do you do?
I'm a TA.
You're a TA, a teaching assistant. What subject do you teaching assist? Primary school teaching assistant. How do we feel about giving Lydia a dildo? Yeah! Now, Lydia, how do you feel about size? Do you want big? Do you want small?
Big.
She wants big. Right, okay. Lydia, we're going to give you not only big, we're going to give you one with the fucking balls as well, Lydia. So, Lydia, catch that one for me. Lydia, hold that up in the air for me. Lee, can you see that one?
Lydia, turn the lights on it, please.
Okay, turn the lights on. There's a little switch. So is that the only one with the lights that work?
I believe so.
Yeah. Alright, now, anyone else want a dildo? Alright, there's a woman there throwing up 2 hands in the air. What's your name, 2 hands?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, tell me about you. What do you do,
She
Caitlin?
works in alcohol.
You work in alcohol. And you live in alcohol, judging by you and your friends as well. So what do you mean you work in alcohol,
I'm
Caitlin?
a brand manager for
You're
whiskey.
For whiskey, what whiskey do you work for? Monkey shoulder. Can you get me a free bottle? There you go. Now, do you want a big one or do you want a small one? You're getting the big one. Don't worry about that. In fact, you're getting the biggest one we have. I'm legally not allowed to throw this one, so please don't stand back to Lydia. She's got that one as well. Right, Lydia, hold that one in the air for me, Lee. Can you see what that one is?
Yes, I can.
Alright, we have got one more dildo to go. Who would like the last dildo? I feel like we should have some front row action. You got yours seem very polite there. Not you guys, no one gets the vote as a couple. What's your name, Emma? Nadia. Tell me about you, Nadia. What do you do? You're a lawyer? Alright, as a room, would we like to give a dildos to a corporate lawyer? You're all fucking out. Somebody else, someone over here. There's a man there. What's your name, mate? Matt. Now, can you, Lee, if I give it to Matt, can you see where Matt is?
Yeah, I can see it.
Alright, so Matt, what's your name? Matt, sorry, that's wrong. That one was on me, Matt. I'm not gonna lie. Matt, what do you do?
Working golf.
You work in golf? What the fuck does that mean, Matt?
I help golf to be sustainable.
You help golf to be sustainable? Everyone shut up, I want this explanation. In what sense?
Bit of a catch-22, but we help golf courses and golf tournaments to be sustainable as possible.
Alright, stand up for me. Stand up for me, man. Alright. On a scale of 1 to 10, how sexy do we think Mac is? There's some solid 9s there, Mac, so you get a dildo! Yeah. Unfortunately, Mac, all we got for you is the really tiny one. Yeah. But to be fair, I feel like you're used to handling it, so there you go, buddy, there you go. That's your 4 judges for tonight! From the first afternoon. All of you hold them in the air for me again. Right, now, if you guys do not like an act after 1 minute, please hold those in the air and keep them in the air until you hear Lee say something like...
One dong.
So once you or...
2 dongs.
Or...
3 dongs.
So please don't put them down until you hear that noise about your son. Now, are you ready for your first act of the night? Yeah! The first act, as you requested an audience, is going to come from the bucket, so this could be fucking anyone. Would you like to pick the first one out of the bucket there? No, I will read it. I'm fucking full of yourself and you fucking cunt. Shall I read it? No, it's not your show, you corporate bitch. Your first act, they might not know they're coming on. Please be ready. Please welcome to the stage with the biggest round of applause you can do. Please welcome Joe Davis!
Thank you, how you guys doing? Good stuff. My name's Joe, I'm mixed, half white British, half Cocker Spaniel. I come from Bristol, you guys been to Bristol? Yeah, Bristol! Right, one drug addict in the crowd. If you don't know, Bristol is a city filled to the brim with confused hippies. I'll give you an example of the kind of person I mean. I was at a house party recently speaking to this girl who was a vegan. She was trying to tell me why she thought dairy products were not fit for human consumption, while she sniffed lines of ketamine. Which is insane, isn't it? She kept saying, how can you drink milk? That's bad for you. That's going to take a small cow in a matter of weeks to turn it into a big cow. I was like, right. You know what you're sniffing? That's going to take a big horse. And in a matter of seconds, turn it into a fucking beanbag. Look, right, I'm of the opinion, yeah, neither milk nor ketamine really for human consumption, but if you had to ask me which one I thought was worse for the human body, all I've said is I've never drunk a glass of milk and then forgotten how to use my legs. Doesn't really matter how much full-fat milk you drink, you are making it home in one piece. You know, I've never been at a house party, seen some poor lad face down on the floor like, oh, what's wrong with him? Lactose intolerant. She was a weirdo, man. She like, at one point she steered the topic of conversation onto eggs. She was like, what do you think about eggs? I like them. And she was like, well, you know, an egg is essentially a chicken's period. I know, still like them. And then she said, generally, maybe the most mental thing ever, she just went, well, you wouldn't eat my period, would you? I'll be honest, no. But we just met. I don't even know your name. I don't know, it was weird. She was like, what's the difference between my period and a chicken's period? Another great question. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you've ever used your period to bake a cake. You know what I think? It felt to me like she was just a bit jealous that her menstrual cycle didn't come with a tasty byproduct. I'll be honest, I'm glad the women are laughing. Sometimes I don't, but you are some cool bitches. Yes, I don't know, do you not think that like... Alright, James, don't need to spit at me. Someone's got to be excited. Simple question. Do you not think, as a woman, you would enjoy that time a bit more if, when it hit, you just got to spend the day baking? Probably, yeah, it would be better. I think that'd be way better. It'd be like, oh, my period's hit, sad, don't want to move, but red velvet. Good stuff. What else can I tell you about myself? I've been doing stand-up a little while now. I do like it, but I recently found out I don't enjoy it as much as other comedians do. I had a comic after a gig come up to me and was like, don't you think that the feeling you get telling jokes on stage gives you a better high than you can get from any drug? No. I don't know, you clearly have not tried cocaine, man. Don't get me wrong, stand-up makes you feel good sometimes. Cocaine, my friend. Don't go silent now! It's every time. Here's the thing, right, I like stand-up. I come off stage, it does give you a bit of a buzz. But not to the point I've ever found myself at 4 in the morning. On the phone to my local comedy dealer. All right, mate, I know it's late. Do you have any more stage time? I just need one more laugh. Here's the thing, right? I found myself doing stand-up in a cold, damp room to 3 strangers. Not good. I've also found myself sniffing cocaine in a cold, dark room with 3 strangers. All I'll say, at that point, did no one turn to the next and just go, can you believe we fucking paid for this? Yeah, there was no interval, but I assure you if there was, everyone would have come back.
All I do is
Round of applause for Joe David. That was fucking awesome. Going on first, especially out the fucking bucket, but you don't know God is the hardest fucking spot of the night. It's a fucking big round of applause. Yeah. Joe, how long have you been doing stand-up, man?
About 3.5 years.
So, yeah, like you're a nice group, you have a really nice persona. You're doing jokes about things that no one else, I hope, is doing jokes about.
You've not been to Bristol, mate.
Yeah, some period jokes in Bristol.
Yeah, that's the niche.
Joe fucking loved it, like really well done. Your persona's really good, your pacing's really good, your jokes really good. Judges, what do you guys think of Joe?
I completely agree. I thought you smashed it. I like the stuff that your stuff all links together, which is really great. It's really hard to do. Pro period stuff's great. Real gangsters running their lives. I appreciate that. Yeah, your delivery's a little bit like Jeremy Clarkson. I don't know if I told you that. You sound like Jeremy Clarkson. Look like
I've never heard that name, but I'll take it.
He also looks exactly like Jeremy Clarkson.
Thank you. I would like to retire to a farm one day, so I think that's good.
Yeah, man, that was sick. Hardest spot of the show by far. You got in really easily with it. Yeah, like Finlay said, great flow between all the jokes. You smashed it, man. Well done.
Thank you.
Joe Davis, absolutely. No gongs at all there for Joe, to be honest, didn't fucking deserve deserving because he was fucking brilliant, right? Your next act, this is the first act off the list, so please welcome from the pre-sign list. Please welcome Andy Barnes!
Hello, nice to be here. Can be quite nerve-wracking doing this kind of gig. My biggest fear is popping a bowler on stage. I mean, look, it's never happened before, to be fair, and I don't think it's going to happen tonight. Touch wood. But the main thing you need to know about me is that I bloody love Gmail. I love the feature where you can draft an email and schedule it to send later. I abuse the fuck out of that way. I use it like a really effective alarm clock. Because I'm not really a morning person. Like, I didn't even mourn the Queen. But what I do if I need to be awake at like some really horrible time, like 10 a.m. For context on that, I'm a PhD student, right? I will set my alarm for 10 a.m., sure, but then also the previous evening, draft an embarrassing email to my PhD supervisor and schedule it to send at 10:01. Because believe me, nothing quite gets me going in the morning. Like waking up and realizing that in 60 seconds' time, my boss is getting sent a picture of me at the beach in 2009, licking an ice cream with the caption, "Thinking of you." I'm on my phone straight away like, discard draft! Discard! What the fuck was I thinking? Get rid of this filth! I get rid of it.
Two doors.
There's a moment of temptation where I could go back to sleep. Then I remember that the reason I set the alarm is that my end of term report is due in 3 hours' time, and I provisionally uploaded a PDF that just says
3 dogs.
Big round of applause for Andy Barnes! Andy, tell me about yourself. How long have you been doing stand-up, mate?
I want to say that, but on and off for like a few years.
On and off for a few years. So what do you do for a living, Andy?
PhD student.
PhD student? What's your PhD in?
Astronomy.
Astronomy? Useful. Definitely linked into the stand-up stuff really well. Andy, it's like you came up like really sort of manic energy. I feel like you need to like chill out a little bit, just let the audience enjoy you. I don't think you're like I feel like you just need a little more stage time, a little more like chilled out, more used to being up there. Because I feel like the audience would like almost put off like the level of tension you created. There's a man in the front row who's like his arse is clenched the entire time. And I don't like a man with a clenched arse, so unless my dick's already in there. Finley, what are you saying?
I really liked your jokes. I mean, I know I've seen your stuff before. I'm a big fan of yours. I think we're doing. I mean, I love puns. This crowd, maybe not quite right. This is the kind of crowd that boos lawyers and cheers eating periods. So maybe not quite.
Sorry, you pro-lawyer?
It's a very respectable job. Well done. But yeah, I love the Gmail joke. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see more. But yeah, maybe just not the right crowd.
Yeah, man, this is a period crowd. They don't go for puns. The way it goes, I thought you had good jokes as well, but not tonight. What? You fucking got me lucky, piece. Sorry, man.
Oh, we done? Alright, cool. Andy Barnes! I wasn't ready for this, but I guess I'm going to be the mean judge tonight because everyone's been really fucking nice up there. Right, your second act from the list, please welcome Eddie
Hello, Vauxhall, you okay? So, I've been told I've got to appeal more to younger audiences. So, Catamount, So, a bit about myself, I'm 61. Inches tall. Which basically meant that I could not reach the bar when I went before. Did anyone go to the bar? So, I'm what's known as a silver parent. I didn't have my son till I was in my 40s. and everyone thinks I'm his granddad. I remember going to the hospital when he was born, and the midwife was saying to me, it's great to see the granddad getting involved. I said, it's a fucking miracle considering he's been dead for 10 fucking years. Thank you. Thank you. Is anyone single in here tonight? I'm single as well. So there's a bit of a stigma about being single, isn't there? I think there is. So what I've decided to do is become self-partnered. Has anyone heard of this concept? It's where you're in a relationship with yourself. So what I do is go to the cinema on my own, go to comedy nights on my own, no, thank you. Go for meals on my own. But the only problem is, I've had to take myself off social media and text messaging and block myself because I keep sending myself dick pics. I'm so small. Shit, it's me. Thank you. I'm a project manager as well. Don't get many dates. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm from a mixed height marriage. It's okay to laugh, everyone else does. Yeah, we got divorced on the grounds of irreconcilable differences. 6 inches. My wife was 5'10" in her heels. I was 5'4" in her heels. Tell you what, I've gone off Mr. Those heels. Oh yeah, they're great. But I was a victim of domestic violence, ladies and gentlemen. I got patted on the head for 5 years. Even the dog joined in, but I mean, my head is so flat now, it doubles up as a drinks trolley. I've been diagnosed with a new mental health condition by the doctor. And what it is, I've been going to the supermarket by mine, collecting loads of junk and bringing it home every day. Now the house is full of it. So I said to the doctor, what do you think it is? He said, it's a new mental health condition called ALDI. I've got no idea what it stands for. Thank you. So I was diagnosed with OCD in the 1980s when there was 5 mental health conditions. Sorry, it's like hardcore, you know what I mean? Now it's over 458. It is, yeah, it is. Bipolar light. Can you explain that to me? Bipolar max. One called bipolar max. But OCD is being rebadged now as OCD, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, which is 4 letters, which I prefer because I don't like odd numbers. So I made a mistake and put my date of birth into Facebook. Has anyone done that? So you get those age-appropriate adverts all the time. So as you can guess, I get loads about erectile dysfunction, but no, I got one recently which I couldn't understand because it's got my date of birth, so the algorithm has gone mad, and it was findmycougar.com. Why am I being targeted for that? If I find a cougar at my age, I'll be looking if she has a pulse, you know. I always remember, women generally are really nice to me, but once upon a time this girl wasn't very nice to me. But she said to me, Eddie, came over to me, I didn't know her, but I don't know if she knew my name. But she said to me, Eddie, you'd make a really nice boyfriend for my mother. So I said, the lyrics. All I do is
washing machine to this video. How old were you today? How old were you ready? How old were you?
I'm 56.
You're 56, and how tall are you?
I'm about 5 foot.
Yeah, I used to be that tall as well.
Three in there.
And how long have you been doing stand-up, man?
On and off, about 4.5 years.
What do you do?
COVID smashed it all up.
Oh, you did a fucking great job, man. I thought honestly, you're not the sort of person that comes to the show is doing it for the first time, but then you came on stage and absolutely fucking delivered, so I fucking love that. Paddy, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this was great. It was like watching two generations collide. Like a plumber turns up in a massive Clapham flat share. And you lot can't work out if it's alright for him to say those things. It is! He's talking about pats on the head, it's cute! Loved it, man. It was like, yeah, classic comedy, but without the racism. So, yeah, nice one.
I loved it. It was such a heartwarming domestic violence joke. Yeah, I just think you're so lovely. I just want to. I think you give probably good hugs. Do you?
Eddie, would you like to hug? That right now is the hug that Finlay's dad has never given him.
A bit sweaty, but good.
Big round of applause for Eddie Dan! One from the bucket pool. Finlay, would you like to pull one from the cup for the people? Read it out for them, see who's coming up.
Tavish Akbar.
Tavish Akbar!
Hello. I need a holiday, man. I went to Thailand a few years ago. Thailand's obviously most famous for being a place where white people go to find themselves. And when I got there, that's what I found, white people. I had to put one of the locals to the side. I was like, bro, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think you're being colonized. Nah, I'm just messing. Someone told me, they said, if you want to be a popular comedian, stop making fun of white people and make fun of yourself instead. Make fun of Muslims and Pakistanis. They love that. And I thought, that's how cunning the white man is. Just because now you can't make fun of me, you want me to make fun of me. So you can be in the audience like, it's true, they do marry their cousins. Let's me with that bullshit. Now, there's a lot of talk about representation these days, right? And I get it, because when I'm not represented, I feel left out. Which is why I don't like chess, because chess has white pieces and black pieces, but no brown pieces. So I'm making my own chess with brown pieces. It's a bit different. Instead of bishops, imams, obviously. Instead of the knight, which is represented by the horse, Uber driver and a Mercedes-Benz. Pawns, cheap labor from Bangladesh. The king is still the king, but he has 4 queens. And instead of a castle in every corner, it's an off-license. No checkmate, cash only, brother. Alright, that joke was a test. You guys laughed at that way more than the white people jokes. This guy can't wait to tell the chess joke at the pub later, man. He'll tell it wrong as well. He'll be like, "Wait, lads, why does chess have white pieces, black pieces, no Muslims?" Because the Muslims are driving the Ubers to the off-license. Cash only, brother. Security, get this racist man out of here. Yeah, I'm joking, man. Now, growing up, I never understood this stuff about white privilege, because where I was from, everyone was poor. The white people, the brown people, the black people. But different people handle the poverty in different ways. Like a lot of the poor brown and black guys I knew, they got by like selling crack and heroin. And a lot of the poor white guys I knew, they got by buying crack and heroin. So it worked out pretty well. It was a healthy ecosystem, it was nice. Don't get me wrong, the poor white people did criminal activities too, but I didn't understand them, they were different. Like I saw this one guy, he just smashed up this bus shelter, right? Smashed all of the glass, then he pissed all over it, and then he sat down and waited for his bus. It was his stop! Didn't make any sense to me, it was raining and everything. He just went from being poor to being poor and wet. Seeing it really upset me. I said, "Can someone please donate this guy some white privilege?" Nobody did. So I sold him some crack. But now I do a corporate job in the city, and now I get the white privilege stuff, because I got rejected from so many jobs Because whenever I'd make it to the final interview, it'd be me and like 5 posh white guys, and the people interviewing us would be posh white guys too. So even before the interview started, they'd start like chatting and bonding over posh people things that I don't understand, you know? I just remember I kept hearing the word board, right? It was like blah blah blah, my father's on the board of directors, blah blah blah, when I was in boarding school, blah blah blah, cheese boards. The moment they mentioned cheese, I just grabbed my bag and went home, man. That's game over for me, man. I don't know what brie is. Like, I've heard of it, but if brie mugged me, I couldn't pick it out in a police lineup. But white people love cheese, man, because you know how in America, it's true, see, you know it's true. You know in America how like cracker is like a derogatory term for white people. Someone recently told me that's because it refers to the crack of a whip. But this whole time I thought they called white people crackers because they go great with cheese. Think about it, man. White people like cheese so much that just saying the word makes them smile for photos. Brown people, we don't say cheese for photos. I got jokes to tell, man. We don't say cheese for photos, you know, we say our own things. We say like medical debris. Buy one, get one free. Cans from a multi-pack sold separately. Those things we're passionate about. But then eventually I did land one of the jobs, you know, because I built differently. But when I got the job, that's what all my colleagues were like. They were posh white people. And one day they were discussing race, right? They didn't involve me, it was like a whites only event. One of them wanted to check something with me, and no lie, I swear this is true. He said, Tab, you're black. No, I'm not. You know what I mean, mate? You're not white. Oh, they're not the only...
That was fucking amazing. Is it Tabish Akbar? Yeah. Tabish Akbar! So the chess joke was fucking amazing. Everything about that arc was really fucking good. The multi-pack sold separately joke had me fucking crazy. You are so fucking funny and so fucking good. Honestly, I only worried about you for like the first 10 seconds. You did that like new act thing where you do that joke room of but you just fucking, you settled after that and you fucking nailed it. There was nothing I didn't enjoy about it. Wasn't it fucking great? Not to give away what's happened so far, but my favourite act of the night so far, I think you were fucking great.
I mean, like, just echoing what Mark said, like, just such good joke writing. It like build up, like every punchline is stronger than the last one. The chess joke was so good. All the premises are good as well. But the chess joke was so good. I feel like you look like if there was an Asian chess piece, it would look like that. But yeah, that's what I have to say, man. You smashed it.
Yeah, that was so good, man. I think like an amazing case of not giving people what they expect. I think you talk about race, you talk about these things. I think there's so many times these jokes have been told in the same way, and every time you subvert the expectation, and you don't see that often. And I think you did that just about with every joke. So I was really impressed, man. That was sick. Thank you.
Right, so we've got 2 more acts on the list in this section. Must have fucking loved that act so much. At no point did I consider anybody was going to fucking gong him. That was so fucking good. Please welcome your next act on the list. Please welcome Quang Tran!
Hello everyone. Hello. Hi. Hello. So, I hope everyone here can relate to my set. Being Vietnamese. Yeah, I'm not good at being Vietnamese. On the inside, on the outside, I'm smashing it. But yeah, I realised that when I come on, you lot are trying to guess which Asian I am. And I noticed the other day I came on and I said I was Vietnamese, and someone in the crowd just went, yes! Yes! And I'll never know why. I like to think that he was playing Asian bingo. Just going around with like a bingo card, trying to get all the different Asians, just going, yes! I got China. Then answers bingo. But yeah, I'm also aware of what you all think of me when I come on stage, and I hate it. Right? I look fucking adorable. Like, things just look wrong when I do them, like leading a military charge. Like, imagine being in the trenches and just seeing this. I look like I'm leading an Easter egg hunt. I'm leading an Easter egg hunt for the Care Bears. Yeah, but other things that I can't do. I can't join a gang. Yeah, I'll try. I like to think that I'd be like, you know. Yeah, that's just for you. I'll try. I used to, like, you know, I'd be like the surprising gang member. Like, you wouldn't expect to be robbed by me. I'd just jump up and be like, ha, robbed you. And yeah, you wouldn't see it coming.
One dong, two dongs.
You wouldn't see it coming. Yeah, it's worse when I die, isn't it? But, yeah. But I feel like, oh, fuck, what's what I was going to say? Oh, cheers, thank you.
3 dongs.
I would say part of the problem there is you followed a really strong act, which is really a tough spot to be in. Quent, how long have you been doing stand-up?
1.5 years.
1.5 years, so like on and off, like up and down, and just like consistently.
Yeah, on and off.
On and off, and like, so you see you from Vietnam?
No, born here.
You were born here?
Yeah.
You definitely said Vietnamese.
I did?
Don't make me look racist, I definitely am.
What are you going to come you off?
Where am I from? Fuck you, Paddy, that's where I'm from. I would say you started over your words a few times. I thought that, but like you came on like covered nervous energy. I think you need to just relax a little bit when you first come on. I think that will help you out a lot in terms of what you're doing. But again, I think you were in a really tough spot tonight because I think Eddie before you did, Tavish before you did really well. So I think that was really tough.
Them's the breaks, baby. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Just the way the dice fell. You'll get up next time, Tiger.
Really strong feedback there, Paddy. That's really happy.
Yeah, it was a tough one, but you know.
You've been going a
Yeah, newest act so far,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But keep going at it.
Yeah, I think you've got your premises are good. I like your stage presence. You're really likeable on stage. With that Asian bingo joke, I think you gave away the punchline slightly too early. I think if you rejig it slightly, the punchline lands on the guy saying yes, and that's when you reveal he's talking about he's trying to guess your ethnicity because you revealed it too early. So it's just like a little shift stuff around when you've got banging jokes, man.
Alright, Quench Ride! So right, we've got one more on the list. This will probably be our last match in this section, depending on how it goes. Please welcome Elsie Newman!
How are we doing tonight? So I'm Elsie, I'm a Geordie, as you can probably tell. Hiya, what was your name? Richie. So you can always pick one of us Geordies out on a night out because we'll always have only a layer of glitter on to keep us warm. Legend has it that Richie is still finding glitter in his arse crack in the shower. Yeah. So I wanted to come and talk to you guys about some work I've had done recently. Now, I'd like to clarify first before I start talking about this. This is work on myself. Yeah, because last time I did this joke, I asked somebody what work they thought I'd had done, and they said, "Oh, you've had a conservatory put in." I'm a 26-year-old living in London. Like, look, I wish I could afford a conservatory, let alone a house, but yeah. No. So I've had some work done on myself. Would anyone like to guess what it was? No? Come on, be brave. Richie, tell us what you think I've had done. Go on.
Your eyes.
My eyes? Something's wrong with it, like. Oh my gosh. Right,
I've changed my
okay.
mind.
Yeah, okay. To what?
Boob job.
Oh my god. Look at him. He knows everything. That's the Geordies for you. They can't stop staring at your tits. Anyway, so yeah, I actually have had my tits done. I had the biggest, saggiest tits ever, honestly. Like, if there would have been a competition for world's saggiest tits, I would have wiped the floor with them. With the competition, I mean. But, yeah. So I had a breast reduction. It was simultaneously the most bizarre yet life-affirming experience I've ever had. Like, there's sort of nothing that can be described similar to having your top off, standing on a slowly rotating electronic turntable while a man prods at your tits and goes, well, when life gives you melons, you know, like, well, actually I can sort of describe the feeling of having your top off and standing on a slowly rotating electronic turntable while a man stares at your chest. Has anyone been to Infernos? Same sort of thing, yeah. So I actually love my new boobs, but my boyfriend, he loves my new boobs. We've been going out for about 4 years now. Oh, yeah, yeah. Who here is in a long-term relationship? And who here is single? Oh, gosh. Bit bleak for you guys, isn't it? Yeah, so as I said, we've been going out for 4 years now. We actually met at a karaoke night. We sang 4 Minutes by Madonna. Unfortunately, that was a very accurate representation of how the rest of the night was going to go. But I shouldn't complain about being in a relationship. Sex in a long-term relationship is great. It's a bit like having a McDonald's. You might have eaten it for the past 5 days in a row. You might have cried or possibly thrown up afterwards. But it's always there for you after a night out, so what can I say? It's great. I am the relationship friend, which, you know, I'm the boring one. And it is a bit of a problem sometimes because you start to stop relating to your mates, like your single mates. They'll say things to me like, oh, I'm going on my first date with this guy tonight. You know, he bought us chocolates, he's bought us flowers, he's taken us out to dinner. And all I've got to respond with is, well, my boyfriend shaved his balls last Tuesday. So fuck you. Yeah. And you know, you feel the need to start living vicariously through your mates when they're single. So, you know, they'll be saying things like, oh yeah, it's the 3rd date tonight, I think we're gonna, you know, it's steamy in the bedroom. And like, you just feel it coming out of you can't stop it, like, tell him you want to choke on his dick! I don't know where it comes from.
Gong.
Like, honestly, I don't, they tell us I need to calm down. My mum says that as well, you know. She always, I tell jokes at the dinner table, you know, as you do. And she always says to us, oh, Elsie, you don't get that from me. What a weird thing to say to your adopted daughter. No, I don't get anything from you, really, besides a headache and multiple body issues. Yeah, no, so being adopted was quite difficult as a child because I always worried that I'd piss my parents off a little bit too much and they'd start asking a few too many questions about the return policy. Joke's on them though, because the return policy is automatically voided if you fuck up the product. Yeah, so it has got me into a few issues, you know, growing up, like, and going through my life. I think the most notable was probably...
Elsie Nana! Elsie, how long have you been doing stand-up?
About 4 months.
About 4 months, that's the fucking Okay, first of all, the thing you've got going for you is you're very fucking likeable. Everyone in the audience really wanted you to succeed, especially the Geordie in the front row, because you are fucking tribal motherfuckers. And I know I really enjoy what you do. One thing I would say, this shit needs to stop. Don't hold the mic here on your chin. Give it a little bit of space away from people. Let the audience see your face, let them see your expressions, and see, so they can see exactly what you're doing. Material needs to get a little bit tighter, but you have 4 months in, very likeable, very like comfortable on stage. When the audience said something, you answered back to them really well. So a lot of potential in what you do. Just sharpen the writing up a little bit, just relax. Yeah. Like that. But Elsie really fucking enjoyed it. Was she great?
Yeah, I mean, you're only 4 months in. There's not much to say other than just keep going. I want to see you stay with bits longer. Like the breast reduction thing was really interesting. I've never heard anyone talk about that on stage before. So yeah, and for a Geordie, your English is great. So.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I think definitely, you're a really good storyteller. You've got such a great voice. I think it's just about, for shows like this, making them punchy and closer together. I think it'll be grand. And shout out to Richie, trying to be a feminist there, going, oh, your eyes! Tiny Gong goes to you, lad.
It's average, I think.
Mate, that's him in front of his girlfriend going, I'm not looking at tits, don't worry about that. Also, kudos to the person who gonged on the phrase deep throat. Immediately went, no, not doing that, actually. That's great. Elsie, you were fucking great. Well done. That was fucking great.
Thank you.
Alright, we have come to our halfway point. We're having an interval, so goes to the toilet, goes to the bar. When you do it, please round of applause. Everybody saw them. If you've got a dildo, please bring it back to the thing at the front. We have different judges for the second half.
Vauxhall Comedy Club, are you ready for the second half of the show? Come on, let's fucking tap it. You know how this works. Are you ready for the second half of the Ding Dong Gong Show? Please welcome to the stage your host, Mark Cram!
Welcome back to part 2! Give me a cheer if you're drunk and anywhere during part 1! Give me a cheer if you're not drunk and anywhere during part 1! Give me a cheer if you have to work tomorrow! You sad cunts! You're a lawyer, what the fuck are you working on Bank Holiday Monday for? Because you're a lawyer? What the fuck does that mean, dickhead? You work all the time? I don't like you. You, madam, you cheered as well?
I'm a nurse.
You're a nurse? Did you spot the subtle difference between you and her? What sort of nurse are you? What's your name, madam?
Robin.
Robin, what sort of nurse are you?
Mental health.
Mental health! Bad, doesn't it, corporate lawyer? So mental health, I don't know when no one's sitting next to you, Robin, that's weird. Have you come with people tonight?
Yeah, but they're not back yet.
Yeah, they're not back yet. It's because you sent them into a real weird sort of mental chasm they can't get out of. What's your, so do you counsel people? What's your vibe, Robin?
No, I work for a crisis team, so if you're in a crisis, you're around there.
If you're in a crisis, well, I don't know if you've met all comedians. But we are the people that need you more than fucking anyone. Robin, are you in a relationship, Robin, or are you single?
Yeah, but he's left.
He's left. The night or the relationship, Robin? I don't know what's going on.
Hopefully just for the minute.
Hopefully just the night. Wait. When he comes back in, is this him? Is this him? Is this him? Yeah! We've just been meeting your lovely girlfriend, Robin. Beyonce! Oh, we all like that as a crowd. Yeah. See what it's like when they're popular? It's weird, isn't it? What's your name, you long-haired Adonis of a man? Jake, tell me what do you do, Jake?
I'm at Starbucks.
You work at Starbucks. You're more disappointed quicker than ever. What do you do at a Starbucks, Jake?
I'm a supervisor.
You're a supervisor, so you're in charge of the place. How did you and Robin meet, Jake?
We went to sixth form.
You went to sixth form together. And one of you went on and fulfilled your dreams. And the other one's a nurse. I love you guys. You're very cute together. So you went to sixth form. How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 23 to 24.
So how long have you been together?
7 years.
7 years! Sorry?
7 years tomorrow.
7 years tomorrow! What are we doing for the bank holiday anniversary day?
Eat Tokyo, yeah.
Eat Tokyo? You're going to eat Tokyo? Any Japanese people, and I apologise, that feels... I didn't mean to look at you then, but I fucking did. Well, you can be from anywhere in Asia, but I've got, no, fuck it, I'm going to look at the most Japanese woman I can find, and I'm going to step... Are you from Japan? Yes, yes! I'm not racist, I'm just right! What's Eat Tokyo?
It's a restaurant in Japanese.
It's a restaurant in it, like I'm a dickhead. I don't know. I'm a stand-up comedian. I earn no money. I never go out. I work 6 nights a week. This is my life, Jake. So, Jake, you're engaged?
That's right.
Who proposed between the two of you? You proposed? How did you propose, Jake?
Yes, we were on holiday at Tenerife.
Holiday in Tenerife. The working class is Tenerife holiday. Huh? Written on the sun. You guys wouldn't have been to Tenerife. Got too much money for that shit. So you went to Tenerife? How did you do it?
Walk on the
That was summer, wasn't it? That was sort of, I like that she like crouched down a little bit as well. That was going to make all the difference in the world. Check, sorry, you're interrupting your proposal story.
walk on the beach. Pop the question.
You popped the question? Did you do the 1 knee thing?
Yeah.
Was it sunset?
No,
Nighttime?
Yeah.
So you missed sunset. You
Yeah.
got that time is it? Yeah, clocks are different by 2 hours there. It's pretty confusing. Jake, I love that. It's a really nice show. I wish you all the happiness in the world. Don't we wish you all the happiness? Notice I didn't say that to you. You seem very nice, but look at them. NHS nurse and a nice man. I appreciate Jake. My favourite proposal story that I ever know, my best friend once proposed to his wife on the cliff tops of Greece at sunset, like really nice, really beautiful. It didn't quite work out for him though. He went to ask her and he went, so, do you want to go for a walk on the cliffs? That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? She went, fuck off and leave me alone, I'm on holiday, go on your own. And he said, no, I really would like to go for a walk on the cliffs, I think that would be beautiful. And she went, fuck off, I am sunbathing, I am on holiday, leave me the fuck alone. And he said, this phrase is my favourite sentence of all time. He said, I am trying to propose to you. Fucking incredible stuff. So they're going to go over 10 years. Right. We've got a lot of stuff to get through. You ready for your second half of the show? Would you like to start the second half of the show with another ball from the bucket? I realised once again I forgot to give dildos out, so I have to do that first. Who in the room would like a dildo? Okay, there is a woman who was Nazi saluting before anybody else even got to go. What's your name, madam? What's your name, madam? Nikki. What did Nikki tell me about you?
I'm NHS as well.
NHS as well? No, don't share. She could do admin or some bullshit. Nikki, what do you do for NHS? So you're a physio nurse, so you do actual shit. So we happy with nurses? Yeah. Now, Nikki, would you like the big one, the small one, the ball one, and the double ender? Which one, sir? The little one, you want the little one? Right. Okay, before this one, so you ready to catch it? Ready? You got it? Hold that in the air so the judge can see it. There we go. Yeah. Right, who else would like a dildo? Oh, we got Matt in the front row. We met earlier on. I was very mean to you. What was your name again? Sam. So why do you think you deserve a dildo, Sam? Because I've abused you. To be fair, I could abuse you more with a dildo, so I'll keep doing that. Would you like the big one? Double under. You want the suction guy? You want to start with the ball?
Give him a project he can manage, Mark.
Lee Hudson! We got 2 more dildos to go out. Who wants to be a judge in the second half? And by the way, what I'm looking for in this half, you were all very nice in the first half. I'm not saying the actor got through didn't deserve to get through. But you do need to be, like, if you're willing to be harsh, you have to be harsh. If you're willing to be nice, you need to be nice. You want for that? Yeah! We've got a woman in the middle who's very up for it, and we met earlier on. Do you want the double ender or do you want the black one?
I'll take the black one.
She'll take the black one! Lee, can you see the black one from there?
I can indeed.
There you go. Right. We've got one more to give out. I feel like have we got 2 women and 1 man? So I'll bring like the man for the second one. All the women put your hands down. This is a patriarchy moment. We've got a man there in the back. What's your name in the beard? Julian. That's a bit gay, Julian. I'm not going to lie. Julian, tell me about you. What do you do?
I'm a pastry chef.
You're a pastry chef. It's not made it less gay. So Julian, you're a pastry chef. Who are you here with tonight?
My 2 friends here.
With your 2 friends here. What do we feel about Julian, the pastry chef? It's too far for me to fry, so please pass the double end about to Julian, the pastry chef, and pour the dildo all the way until it gets to Julian, please. Right, so we've got more acts to go on in this section. Would you like to start this section with a pull from the bucket, man? Because you didn't get to be a judge, would you like to pull from the bucket? Which way this? There you go, what have we got? Who's that? Give that to me. Right, here we go. So your first act of this section Please welcome to the stage, once I find the name from the list. Your first act in the section. Big round of applause as much as you can do. Please welcome to the stage, Bert Broadband!
What's going on? Britpop Harry Potter. You're all thinking it. I'm going to kick things off with an impression. Wild card out the bucket. Who's ready? Alright, actually it's one call, so it's 2 impressions. Okay, right. This is international star of cinema, an all-round good guy, Jackie Chan, phoned up this local Caribbean takeaway to make an order for delivery. Hands up if I was gonna fucking do that. Jesus Christ. Few of you rubbing your fucking hands together there like we don't see it, I cancelling. This is why we come out. Somebody said do it as well, didn't they? My name's Bert. Sharp listeners in the audience may have heard I have an accent. I do consider myself ethnically Cockney. I use that term because I was born in the East End to a family who are all from the East End, but when I was a little boy we moved out somewhere a little bit more exotic. Is anybody well travelled in the audience that knows it begins with a Z? Ends with an X. Any globetrotters? Begins with a Z. Essex, what does Essex begin with? E. So it begins with a Z.
What dogs?
Shit, should have asked you to put the hand on it. Begins with a Z, ends with an X. Zone 6, I'm talking about. Zone 6. And I was a little working class boy in a little middle class town out there, man. And it was a bit tricky, man. We had all of a sudden we had a driveway.
Two dongs.
We had a park down the road with a forest. Started seeing some wildlife. Started seeing foxes. Started seeing badgers. Started seeing them pink creatures. You were seeing suburban areas and pink things. UKIP voters. Fucking loads of them. I've always been that grey area between working class and the middle class. In bakery terms, I'm a little bit Greggs and I'm a little bit Gales. Back to Julian over there. A little bit more about me. I'm a gangly fella. I'm very angular. I have a lot of corners on me. A lot of sharp edges. Ex-girlfriend of mine, she once said to me, she said, "But cuddling up with you is like cuddling up with a tote bag full of coat hangers." You found some toxic relationships. I thought I'd try and pick it up, yeah? I thought I'd start going to the gym. I don't know if anyone goes to the gym here. If you don't, let me save you a little bit of time. It's a house of deceit. It's full of fucking lies, right? First thing you see when you walk in my local gym, big motivational slogan on the wall. It says, "Nobody ever said I regretted that workout." First thing you see. Nobody ever said I regretted that workout. 6 feet along on the same fucking wall. Defibrillator. One or the other, lads. You know what I mean? I live in South East London these days. I live in South East London in a house of mine. Yeah, come on. I like South East London because it keeps me on my toes. It's nice and rounded. It's nice and rounded. I got on the double decker the other day. I got on a 177 double decker. I'm in the 1920s. I got on a 177 the other day. Schoolboy at the back of the bus. He shouts, "Oi, bruv, you look like an ugly Jared Leto." But it's tricky, right? Because what do you say to a 14-year-old kid after you've kicked it in the sternum? Very, very tricky. Yeah, I live in South East London. I used to live in North East London. I used to live in a place called the Warehouse District. If you don't know what the Warehouse District is, it's basically a load of fucking factories that have been converted for artist living. And when I say artist living, I mean barristers. Barristers? Definitely not barristers. Baristas. More about my words today. Whose parents pay their rent. The kind of people with the generational wealth that means they don't have to worry about the rent, but the same kind of generational wealth that means they can't pay for their own roll-ups. Do you know what I mean? I didn't like it, man. My local high street these days, Deptford High Street, Belmont was recently voted London's coolest high street. London's coolest high street. Hold your applause. It was from Time Out magazine. It's a bit like getting a spud off your nan after you've had a threesome. Shut up, Nan. A little bit more about me. I've got a dog. Any dog owners in? Any dog owners in? Come on, dog owners in. I've got a dog. She's great for my structure. She's great for my routine. She's good for my mental health. I do find it a bit fucking crazy though.
That opening joke I still feel is a massive risk, but it kind of worked tonight, so fucking I've been proved wrong from the last time I said it doesn't work.
It went so badly last time I saw it.
It did go last so badly. Everyone was like, do the impression! What I really loved about your set there, Bert, was you got 2 dongs like a couple of minutes in, and I thought we all thought it was going to be over, it was going to be done, but if you didn't panic, you just kept on telling jokes, and I think the second half of your set was so much stronger than the first half. I would say in terms of writing and ordering, just do the second half first, because that's so much better than what you did the first half. But your persona is really nice, your images, I don't want to say good, but it's something. It's there, but good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think the first joke, definitely a big gamble. I think maybe, I don't know if you came on with maybe a little bit too much big dick energy and the crowd were a little bit turned off by you, but you brought it back with the jokes. So. I think it's the nerves of the bucket as well. I'm real frantic. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen you before. I think you're sick. I love your accent because it's like, it sounds like an American doing a racist portrayal of a British person. They don't make voices like that anymore. I don't know where you come from. But no, I thought it was good. I actually thought with that first joke, I thought you were going to do the whole thing and then say, oh, they didn't answer. That's what I thought the natural end would be. I didn't hear what the punchline was there. What did you say?
Hands up, I thought I was going to fucking do that. That's actually better.
Oh, try that next time. But yeah.
Where are you from? Apart from divorced parents. Greater London actually, yeah, so that is 6 really, like, times 6.
Well, good job, you're through to the last round. We do the first one for the listener section. Big round of applause for you do. Please welcome, whip it up and please welcome Lee Payton!
1, 2, 3,
Good evening. Now, the other day, I did this to my girlfriend. We used to always She didn't realise I was just here to do my shoes. So they didn't go down very well. But don't worry, because later on in the evening, we still land up in bed. So, she said to me, it's gone down the wrong hole. As she was drinking a glass of water. I said, well, if you're drinking a glass of water while you're lying down, what do you expect? It's just like, what? Anyway, just a couple of jokes, Now I'm going on to the main story. There is a story, yes. So, I come out the underground the other day. This man, he comes up to me and he says, well, he sniffs it. I said, what? He said, do you want any sniff? Do you want some sniff? I said, no.
One dog.
What's sniff? So I handed him a tissue. And then I went to the bus stop. So I got to the bus stop, and I noticed with these bus stops with the seats, they're very awkward, they sort of curve like slightly like that, so you're doing this. So it's like you're doing some sort of weird sex act or something. Anyway, I was heading to the pub. Yes, a Weatherspoons pub, you know, the classy one. Head to the bar and order my food. Fish and chips. No cotton chips. No battered cotton chips. No freshly battered
3 dogs! Lee Payne! Okay, Lee, how long have you been doing stand-up? On and off for a few years. Yeah, you should be better than that.
You got him off, you big bitch.
Yeah, no. I'm I'm sorry, which one of you were enjoying that? The presentation is weird. The execution is weird. The shoes are untied, which is...
Yeah, that's because of the joke.
Oh, that's because of the joke. That was a joke, was it?
I was proposing.
Yep.
I was doing the shoe notes.
Yep, okay. I'm going to go over the judges, I don't know what else to say.
Can we not throw it to our mental health professional?
How are you feeling about that in the middle of the room?
I think you'll be hailed as a genius in 10 years' time. And I love your art attack. I thought you were great. An art attack.
Yeah, I think everyone was just bewildered. I'm bewildered.
It's not your entire feedback.
Yeah. Is there anything else I can say? I think I couldn't focus. Maybe it was the show. I just didn't know what was going on. I couldn't hear I didn't understand the jokes. I was having a panic attack.
All right, fuck it. Lee Penny! We're getting enough for the bucket. Paul, would you like to enough for the bucket? Right, next one for the bucket. Please welcome to the stage, Kyle Horton!
Thank you so much. Wow, I'm so lucky. My name is Kyle, and English is my third language, which would be a lot more impressive if I wasn't mumbling right now. I am a little bit hangover from yesterday's gig, and I just came from work. You know, I'm from Kyrgyzstan, and Kyrgyzstan is very famous for being a map from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird because Call of Duty Black Ops 2 came out 2 years after my country went through a revolutionary war. I mean, by that metric, I would expect in 5 years a Ukraine DLC package. And, like a John Cena promoting it with Doritos and yeah. And you know, it was very scary. It was very scary experiencing revolution. I was 9 years old when that happened, and I lived 5 miles away from the White House. I've seen thousands of people march with police officers as hostages, human shields, guns, and it was so fucked up. But you know what's the worst part of experiencing revolution at 9 years of age? It's being in school while that shit happens. Like, that's such a good excuse to go home early. I was trying to be like 15 minutes to teach a late type of kid, like, miss, our country is about to collapse in itself. I was just thinking, maybe I could go home early because I can catch 2 hours of SpongeBob when the Soviet Union and 1 hour of Jackie Chan adventures on anti-Semitic effects. She was having none of it, man. Excuse me, Kyle, but those gunshots don't dismiss you. I do. Now go read your Russian poetry. Bitch. I hope you die, miss. I hope the government fucking shoots you. And I know I'm being a little mean as a 9-year-old, but you British people, try to be open-minded to my culture, alright? She's a 32-year-old woman who's not married. She's already dead to her own parents. She brought too much shame to her family.
One gong.
Single lady. Hey, at least you got something to play for yourself. No, so, yeah, but like, no one in the villages of Kyrgyzstan would feel bad about a woman of tragedy disappearing. Yeah, I watch anime sometimes. Anyone else? Alright. I'm the reason. Now, I watch a lot of movies and TV shows like Sopranos, and I try to read books, but none of my friends watch anime. And I'm like, at least one, and growing up, I want my friends to watch anime until I met the people who watch anime. Which is like, oh, this is why we're bullying you. Because you're insufferable losers like me. Yeah, and this one girl.
2 dongs, 3 dongs.
Apparently some anime fans in the front row not happy about that. Oh, come on! Kyle from Kazakhstan, was it? Kyrgyzstan, sorry, Kyrgyzstan. I'd like to thank you for giving British people enough credit to think that we know that Kyrgyzstan had a revolutionary war. I would say on behalf of all British people, we don't know fucking anything about anybody else's culture. So thank you for that, Kyle. Kyle, I thought, like, you say we're doing it in your third language?
Yeah.
Third language, that's fucking impressive. I've been waiting, there's only about 10 people in the audience that speak a second language, let alone a first language. And I would say of those 10 people, all of them are not born in this country. Who's putting their hand up? How many languages do you speak?
She was a 0.
Yeah, she wasn't born in England. Of course she fucking wasn't there, yeah. Kyle, I thought that was a fucking good effort, man. I thought you got a little bit unlucky. I feel like those guys just weren't related to the material. But you did a lot of like pop culture references, and I think a lot of them were new. And I feel like that will lose some of the audience. Maybe get too specific on pop culture.
I mean, Black Ops 2 is pretty basic.
Black Ops 2.
These guys are just clapping.
Well, not everyone plays PlayStation, Kyle. Some people have girlfriends and a sex life. I'm not saying you don't. You're a good-looking dude. You're probably getting laid one night.
I mean, like, I studied acting and I've met some horny cunts there.
I mean,
It's your first language now, boy!
He fucks them back into their second language, mate. That's what he fucking does. Kyle, you might not be a good comedian, but you've got the sex appeal of more than anybody else in here.
No, I actually thought it was good. I thought you were really good. It's a perspective we've not heard before from a comedian, and I love the way that you use that perspective to wish death upon your teacher. I thought it was sick. I don't know, maybe people are falling asleep or whatever, they had too many drinks, but I thought you were really good and it was deserving of more.
Yeah. Now, I thank you for teaching me about your country. I think that it's great to know that misogyny is acceptable there. I have loads of comedian friends who I think would love to go.
Please join us for the Kyrgyzstan Fringe in 2025. Kyle, good effort, unlucky tonight. Go hard! Your second act from the list. Please welcome Elliot Dallas!
How's everybody doing? Are we good? Nice to see you. I guess I'll start with the obvious. Don't worry, I am old enough to be here. Hello. Yes, this is what I look like. Some people think it's good looking young. It's not, you know, not for me, not for my job. I'm a secondary school teacher. Yeah, thank you very much. I get no respect. You know, the kids, they don't think I'm their teacher, they think I'm a pupil who's passionate about the behaviour management policy. Fuck off, dude. I know you're drunk and off the school. Alright, fuck off, dude. I'm serious. Yeah. No, some of the kids, they're a bit rude, you know, like one of my students the other day, she goes to me, "Sir, you look like Captain America pre-serum." What am I supposed to say? She's right, you know. I'm scrawny, I look like an X-ray of myself. It's weird, like I teach maths, you gotta teach loads of different things when you're a teacher, you know. I teach a class on women's rights the other day. I don't know enough about women to teach that class. You know, I just said women are right and then I left. So look at the prefect now, dickhead. I both love and hate everyone here. Now, I've been teaching for a couple of years now. And like I've realised like I'm worried about like what the kids gonna remember me for, you know, like I've got a bit of a wonky eye at the moment, you know. I don't want to be in 20 years time there like, oh yeah, do you remember Mr. Dallas? Yeah, isn't he the one with the wonky eye? Like I don't want that to be my legacy, you know. So I've changed my teaching style recently. I think it's gonna help, you know. In 20 years time they're like, do you remember Mr. Dallas? Yeah, isn't he the one who fucked all our mums? School. Oh, what's circus? You guys are nice. I've been trying to date a lot recently, but to be honest, it's not going very well. You know, I got dumped after a date, I got dumped during a date, and I got dumped before a date had even started. So I'm starting to think, like, what's next? Like, women just going to come up to me in the street and be like, no! What's going to happen? Am I going to get some random WhatsApp message on my phone just saying, not interested? Who is this? It's none of your concern. You know, I asked this girl out the other day, she goes to me, in your dreams. You know, cut to later that night, I was dreaming, she rejected me there too. You guys are nice. I think when you've been single for too long, you start to see things where there aren't things. You know, I was getting a blood test the other day and the nurse, she goes to me, oh, you have good veins. And I was like, do you want to get dinner later? She did not. Do you guys know that women like tall men? Do you guys know that women like tall men? No, you didn't. Don't lie. I've got a solution for that problem. You know, I think if you're a short man, you need to be knowledgeable about the erogenous zones. You know, you need to know where they are. There's one here, the inner thigh, that's one. Under your neck, that's another. Behind the ear, that's one more. But you know what the problem is? I can't reach to abdomen. You know, last time I had sex, I was just like, crane your neck. I'm trying to make you feel good. It's my worst joke. Oh, you guys are nice. I started watching some of these serial killer documentaries on Netflix. You guys a big fan of those? No? I start thinking like what would I be like as a serial killer? You know, like just like hypothetical say. I don't think I'd be good at it, you know, like I'd be stressed out, like I would be worried that the victim would ghost me, you know.
I'm really glad Elliot was good, because if you wave a dildo at him, that does make you a paedophile.
It's like watching Great Ormond Street Hospital Got Talent. Elliot, that was fucking great, man. Fucking so far was Elliot came up to me and went, oh, why have they not got a stage tonight? And I was like, why the wire? It's like, oh yeah, because it needs like 2 feet of elevation for the audience to see him. Elliot, you were fucking so good, man. That was so good. Like, yeah. We met before, I don't need to talk to you too much. You were fucking great.
Yeah, we love you, I love you, Elliot. We know each other. Fucking, we love a bit of Elliot Dallas. We love a bit of Elliot.
Yeah, man, that was sick. And also, you turned the crowd around. I thought there weren't going to be redeemable, but you made it going. I love your look. You look like you've got an illness. I'm not sure which one. You definitely got it, whatever it is.
Elliot Dallas Buyers Club.
Hey. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
condoms today. I laughed too hard at that, sir. I was buying condoms. There's so many different choices, so many different brands, so many different sizes, right? I picked up a Magnum. Yeah. It's nice to have ice cream when you're buying extra small condoms. I just come back from Beijing. I don't know if you've been, but their Chinatown is massive. So big. So big. No buffets though, that's annoying. I'm in a good mood. I'm in my mid-20s, but I feel like I'm getting a bit older, right? I catch little glimpses of myself getting older. You know, like I was at a nightclub recently, there was thumping music, people dancing. I said to the DJ, do you take requests? He said, yes. I said, can you turn it down? Fucking ears hurt, you know. Certain drugs I don't feel like I need to do anymore now that I'm a little bit older, right? I used to do those nos balloons, yeah, and now I get the exact same feeling standing up a bit too quickly. I dress for comfort as well, right? That's a big part of getting older, dressing for comfort, you know. Like I was at a family gathering the other month, normally I'd wear something smart, maybe a suit. This time I was like, fuck it. Beige tracksuit, pair of Crocs. Yeah. No, so I want to be comfortable. You all know how long a funeral can be. I want to talk to you about Elon Musk. Do we like Musk? Yeah. A couple of cheers, couple of boos. He's an unusual fella. He's got Twitter, he's got Tesla, he's got SpaceX, but he's also got this thing called Neuralink. Now, does people know what Neuralink is? Yeah. Virgins everywhere. That's perfect. I know what it is too, don't worry. If you don't know what it is, essentially it's a little microchip that goes inside your brain, and everything you can do on your phone, you'll be able to do in your mind, right? And he's looking for people to trial this technology this year, which does sound like a good idea until you realise you'll be getting a fucking Nokia version of that microchip. 15, 20 years down the line, most people have got the iPhone 15 version, and all you can do is play Snake. Like, fucking goddamn high score. Like my Elon Musk microchip. I was going to surf the web, I can watch movies, I can play games in the comfort of my mind. What can yours do? Well, I can send you Crazy Frog on Bluetooth. That's pretty much it. I want to talk to you about Americans. Do you have any Americans in? Good, the perfect amount? That is lovely. Joke, I like Americans. I met an American girl the other day called Dallas. Dallas, yeah, that's pretty good. I think Americans are so damn patriotic sometimes, they will name their children after places in America. Right? If you're American, you could be called Dallas, or Dakota, or Nevada, or Austin, or Georgia, right? It all works. I love the trend. I'm bringing it over here. I'm calling my firstborn Scunthorpe. You might be right, you know, Scunthorpe time for school, you know, Scunthorpe, Colchester, Milan, get down here. I wouldn't do that, so obviously that is fucking cruel, right? If I have a son, I'm going to call him Peter. Short for Peterborough. Don't fuck around. I'll tell you a quote. I like this quote. It's a classic quote by John Lennon. Holy moly, is that a gun? Got shot. I've been dating, trying to date recently, that's tough, man. I find it weird how men and women can say the exact same sentence but mean two completely different things, right? Like if I want to date with a girl and she looks at me and says, I'm not wearing any underwear. Few things I can take from that, right? And the date's going well, I know she's having a nice time, and I know that I might get a little bit lucky later, you know? But if I look at her and say, I'm not wearing any underwear, she won't shit myself at the restaurant. That's pretty much what's happened there. So not fair. How when she does it, it's sexy. When I do it, I've ruined a lovely evening again. I was watching Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah, nice kid, Mrs. Doubtfire. I was watching it. Essentially, it's a straight bloke dressed up as a woman so he can see his kids. And I just thought you definitely couldn't make that film today, you know. Because Robin Williams is dead. Try and recover.
months, Jake? 6 months, I'll tell you what. Whatever the hell's fucking happened tonight, Beijing having a massive Chinatown is my favourite joke. Honestly, mate, I'm including professional comedians I've worked with in the last 3 months. That's the best joke I've heard. That was great. Really, really strong joke writer. 6 months in, just loosen up a little bit. Like the joke writing is so strong. Big round of applause, Jack.
You look like all of the characters in Winning the Willows. But your jokes are sick, man. I'm like, yeah, John Lennon, Robin Williams, Slain, some holy cows. All your premises are interesting, and then they all pay off every time. That was really, really good.
Really good.
Yeah. 6 months in, that is crazy.
Yeah, that's like genuinely so impressive for 6 months. I don't have much else to add. Really, Chinatown joke. I thought maybe, I thought there were like highs and lows because you're 6 months in. So like some of the jokes were really strong, but that means that that's going to force you to make the other ones that good as well. So that's actually a blessing. So yeah, congrats, man. I'm happy to
Looking at the time, we're probably done with bucket balls. So last 2 acts on the list. Please welcome from the list. Please welcome Lara King.
Thank you very much indeed. Good evening. What a fabulously diverse group of acts we've had up here tonight. It's time now for the confrontational, hard-drinking lesbian. Yeah, at least that's what they call me at the job centre. So. That's not completely true what they actually said. They were very encouraging. What they actually said is, you should be a fucking comedian. So here I am, giving it a try. So it's pretty fucking brutal up here. It's pretty brutal up here. It's hard. It's really hard. You know, never before have I found myself in a situation where I don't want people to wave dildos in the air. Never happened to me before. Try and keep them to yourselves for 5 minutes at least. So, I'm also a dame. Yes. I usually actually get a round of applause. Doesn't deserve it because it's not true. You can get those drop-down menus on the internet. I found one that lets you choose dames, so I just thought, fuck it, why not? Just choose one, and there's lots of other options. Lots of other options you can choose. I joined my local gym online. Thank you. Again. I joined my local gym online. Fantastic work. I couldn't be asked to walk down there, obviously, so joined online as Reverend Lara King. Look at that. My Amazon parcels come to King Lara King. And I went to see a show in Her Majesty's Theatre in London's West End. Booked tickets as Her Majesty Lara King. You can do it. Nobody checked. Fucking brilliant. I thought maybe they thought I was a stand-in, temporary stand-in for a while. They showed me straight to the Royal Box. Fucking fantastic night. It was great. Try it for yourselves. Try it for yourselves. You can be anyone you like. You can choose anything. Just have some fun with it. Don't make the same mistake I did. I checked onto an EasyJet flight as Dr. Lara King. Yeah, it was hilarious until there was a genuine on-board emergency. Peanut allergies are real. And it turns out it doesn't matter how many episodes of Holby City you've watched. Just ramming a big biro into somebody's throat. That's not an emergency tracheotomy, is it? No. That's attempted manslaughter. But I got off, told them I was a baroness. Works every time. But we're good, we're having fun here. It's like bank holiday weekend. Yeah. Are we drinking? Of course we are. I gave up drinking recently. I thought it was time to keep myself in shape. Thank you. Yeah, round is a shape. You fucking know. Round is a shape. Round is the shape that I chose for myself, and I'm doing really rather well. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, a friend of mine did say to me recently, she said, Lara, she said, if you want to lose a bit of weight, I don't know what she said after that because I pushed her down the fucking stairs. Who says that? Who says that shit? She said, try a dance class. Try a dance class. Try a dance class. It was a bit away. Try a dance class. So I did. I tried a dance class. Anyone else here do dance class? No. You do a dance class. What dance do you do? Tap dancing. See, if I had more than 5 minutes, but I don't. I did salsa. I did salsa. Yeah, the salsa dance is quite a sexy dance. The salsa dance is very physical, quite passionate salsa. It does take you ages to get anywhere though, that's the trouble with salsa. Actually, fine too. Thank you. Thank you, but I love the salsa. I love a bit of merengue. Yeah? Love a bit of merengue. Usually enjoyed best, obviously, with raspberries and cream, eh? Enjoyed best. I always fancy it after I've heard a single ting on a bell. I know, a bit of a Pavlovian reference for you there. I know how much you like the puns. Obviously, some of you might have to Google that, so leave it with you. But I did go to see the doctor. I went to see the doctor and I was worried about the weight. But she saw me straight away, so... And I go to see a female doctor, and there's only twice in my life that I have ever specifically requested to see a female member of staff. The first time was when I was getting a bra fitting. Yeah, I'm not even sure that bloke worked for Morris & Spencer's. About 48 years. I started doing it about 10 years ago, and then I stopped doing it, and I've just picked it back up again.
It's so likeable and so good. Are you based in London? Yes. Yeah, you're going to work. I don't know what you think because you're going to work for me regardless of how this goes. I really fucking enjoyed it. Your likability, like everyone fucking loves you. I mean, these women aren't lesbians, but they are now. I mean, even I am, if that's possible. I'm everything but, but here we are. I really fucking loved it, Lauren. That was so great. What do you guys think?
I just think you're great. I think you came on, you had so much swagger. And I could tell, the experience, you could tell, you just were so confident. You had the audience in the palm of your hand. I was never worried about how you did it for a second. You've just got that, you've got like, I turned around, I said it's like Star Wars, like real. I want to take a picture with you, mostly to show my barber.
Yeah, and on side straight away. There was a moment when I was like, oh, I'd love to see what she did if she did something a bit dark or a bit barbed. But then actually you just won me over with how nice and like lovely it was. I'm a huge fan, that was sick. Thanks very much.
Please welcome your last act probably of the night, unless it goes really badly. Please welcome Francisco Alejandro!
How we doing? Man. So the cost of living crisis has made me start to worry about things I never really used to. Like, I recently started worrying about how much I spend on face cream, right? Because and worrying about how much I spend on face cream has made me worry about whether my forehead's getting bigger, right? Because I'm running through tubs quicker than before, man. Like before, a few years ago, they lasted a bit longer. So I had to check Amazon, right? My previous orders, and they were the same size, so it's confirmed my hairline's receding and it's a hell roll. I think it's gonna start suggesting that I order 2 at a time, and I'm gonna take that personally, man. But yeah, man, I'm also I'm insecure about how my nose looks like from the side, right? Either side, but especially this side from the left. And the other day, I was looking at this picture of myself, right? I was looking at a picture of myself, right? And bruh, myself, right, from the side, and like it made me angry, man. I was thinking, like, if I were king, I could never have my side profile on a coin, man. It would have, I wouldn't have the confidence of that, man. And maybe you can tell now that, like, I've got body dysmorphia, right, which is a mental health disorder.
3 dongs.
Oh my god! The timing of that! First of all, Francisco, have a hand round! Second of all, if you were just dogged when everyone else dogged, but you waited for him to go, I've got body dysmorphia. Nah, that's it. Francisco, how long have you been doing this?
A year and a half.
Year and a half. I wouldn't start with the face cream bit. It doesn't really get a big punchline and it doesn't go anywhere. Just start with something a little bit more banging, a little bit sharper, and just give like something. Just get the audience like. I feel like you're a nice guy. You're a likable guy, and I feel like if you just get the audience just with you a little bit quicker, I feel like you'll get a lot more good grace. Then you can talk about the face cream if you're determined to do that. But yeah, that's great. What do you guys?
I think you have incredible skin.
How much you can't keep buying because it's working, baby?
Face cream you like?
It's just a sunscreen. It's Helio Care.
That's a normal thing to say. I don't mind the brand. Okay, cool. What's the brand?
Oh, the brand is Helio Care.
Helio Care.
Yeah, the brand is Helio Care. Dermatologist.
Take those.
Oh, there we go, Francisco. Really useful feedback for our industry professionals now. Have we got time for more for the bucket?
I mean, I think we're open slightly later because of what's going on outside. So, Zang, can we do one more?
Who wants to call the last one from the bucket? You're already a judge, somebody else. Who wants to call it? Oh, you, madam. So the last one from the bucket. Please welcome Luke Richard.
To the men in the audience. We got any in? Because I had a problem that I think is common with a lot of men until recently. I used to be really intimidated by strong women, right? And then my therapist told me you have to face your fears head on. So I challenged my nan to a fight. She's the strongest woman I know, so I thought go big or go home. And it really does work. I remember looking down afterwards thinking, what was I even? What was I worried about? I just felt a bit silly, didn't it? God rest her soul. No, but it really did work, and now I'm in a relationship with a strong woman, and you know, it's good because she keeps me in check. Like the other week, she said that I was mansplaining. She said I was mansplaining to her a little bit. So I just pointed out she wasn't using that term quite right. You know, for it to be mansplaining, it has to be done in like a patronising way, and I wasn't really doing that. So then I just explained what patronising meant, just in case I wasn't the issue. And we were able to move on. I do think it's important to be mindful of things like that, though, mansplaining, and you know, I do consider myself a feminist. My only problem with feminism is lately I see a lot of female comedians come up and they do jokes about being bad feminists, right? There's even a podcast like called The Guilty Feminist, you might have heard of it, and they say things like, I'm a guilty feminist because I don't do my own DIY, or I'm a guilty feminist because secretly I don't mind if the man holds the door open. But when I try and join in and say I'm a guilty feminist because I don't really think women should be allowed to vote, all of a sudden... That was the risky one, to be fair. Now, I have been struggling with the comedy lately, especially with the female audience. I don't know why. But I thought what I see a lot of other struggling comedians do is they blame the cancel culture, don't they? You know, the woke brigade, ruining comedy. You can't say anything anymore. So I thought I'd give that a go, yeah. Anything better than blaming myself and working on my, anything. But I found that quite hard to get into because all those comedians are always saying, we need more freedom of speech, more freedom of speech. But I reckon I have at least one conversation a day where I think, I wish this wasn't allowed. Do you know what I mean? Like Brian from work's telling you what you did at the weekend and you just think, where's the bloody thought police, eh? When you really need them. No, I think the real reason I'm struggling with comedy is because I'm alright at the minute. I haven't got anything to complain about or moan about. So I thought what I'll do is I'll think back to when I was a bit younger, I was a bit more immature, and I was a lot more sort of like on drugs, like on hard drugs. So and I thought there might be some material in that because it is funny for a while being on
Two dongs.
And then it's not funny for like ages, right? So I thought back and I thought about, someone told me when I was trying to get off the drugs, you have to think what started it all with, what was the moment. So I thought back, and when I was younger I wanted to be an artist, I wanted to go to art school and everything. And I remember it like it was yesterday, my art teacher sat me down and she said, Luke, the problem is you're a perfectionist, but also, you're not very good at art. And I kind of went off the rails, started drinking, taking drugs and things. But I just think, as far as reactions to getting kicked out of art school go, it could have been a lot worse, couldn't it? Compared to some people we know. Adolf Hitler, of course, famously kicked out of art school, and then he went off the rails a bit as well. Maybe some of you didn't hear. We're not all history buffs, are we, to be fair? But I think the annoying thing with that joke is, with the rise of like extreme right-wing politics, everyone says, there's going to be Nazis everywhere, Nazis are going to come out of the woodwork. But when I could use some more people who understand my Hitler references, you know what I mean? You get out your echo chamber, you write a few jokes for them, and then they don't even bother fucking showing up. So I'll finish on another piece of advice, right? This one's for the ladies. My sister, she's the kind of person who, she's always getting into these terrible relationships with like the same kinds of men over and over again, right? So I said to her, you do know the definition of insanity, right? Does anyone know? That is attempting the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? Now, she didn't listen, but I'm going to keep telling her that anyway, because I think I'm bound to get through to her.
Luke Richard! That was one of the few times during this Gong show I've seen an act simultaneously get through and give up at the same time. Luke, how long have you been doing? A couple of years later, talking to the microphone, Luke, that'll help you out massively. First of all, that woman, unironically dogging you just on, no feminism jokes, thank you, I'm done with that. Your dogging's been amazing in this time. You've done people off for the right reasons, the wrong reasons, and just for your own personal taste. It's been great time. You were my favourite judge of the night. Has to be the best one of the night! Luke, I enjoyed some nice stuff at the start. I think you struggled a little bit in the second half and it slowed down a little bit, but I think you've got so much good off the front half it got you through. What do you guys think?
Luke, I think you would love Kyrgyzstan. Also, I think your stuff was very, your premises are like very ambitious, and they're tough to get right. But I think when you do get them right, it'll be a huge payoff. You're doing very cerebral sort of American style bits. I feel like you like Louis C.K. in more ways than one. But yeah, no, I think once you get those bits right, you'll be golden.
Yeah, I think you need clarity. I think it's hard for us to see where the punchline is, what the setup is, and then I think it's also unclear for us what your view is about those things. Like the Nan joke, for example, it's obviously clear that that's the joke, but then the other stuff, I can see why Don went up because I don't actually truly think you are misogynistic, but if you don't make it really clear, if we're half listening, we don't really know.
Honestly, did you think that I really thought.
Yeah, explain yourself.
Oh, no, she's
I'm a history teacher, so it's...
What? She's a history teacher. She was objecting to the historical inaccuracy of it.
By voting.
Which is the right women earned in what year? What year did women get the vote?
Throw in front of the horses!
Mark, what year did we get the vote?
Oh, somewhere in the 20th century. Luke Richards! Actually, Luke. Mate, so that is our last time in Luke Richards. We're going to welcome back to the stage. Everybody beat the gong tonight. Please welcome Eddie Dibbs, Joe Davis, Elsie Newman, Bert Broadman, James Miller, Tavish Akbar, Elliot Dallas, Laura King. Is that everyone? Are we all on? There's a lot of you tonight. One of you is on the stage, so everyone's go. Keep Laura, don't fucking drag your feet, get the fuck up here, right? First of all, big round of applause for everyone who beat the gong tonight. Me and the other two judges have a very quick discussion about who we think won. So it was a close decision fight. I think you all did really fucking great. But we as a group, we have gone for Tavish Akbar. Tavish wins, not a lot to be honest. Tavish wins a spot at the club on the weekend at some point. He also gets Tavish photo taken with an even bigger dildo, which is something. But big round of applause to everyone's live video. They're making great.
Anyone that survives with 0 dongs, stay and make sure they speak to me before the end as well.
Not for any reason, we just wanted to chat.
Speak to Sang then. Do to Sang, yes, take it off me.
Go speak to Sang afterwards and you talk that. But big round of applause for yourselves tonight. You're a big fucking great. Big round of applause for your judges tonight. Paddy Young, anything you'd like to plug, your social media or whatever?
Yeah, Paddy Young tonight. Paddy on there.
Brilliant. Finley Christie. Anything you'd like to plug?
Nah.
Sweet. You're a big round of applause, audience. If you enjoyed tonight's night, please leave a positive review on TripAdvisor or on Google or whatever. If you haven't enjoyed the night, keep it to your fucking selves. I've been Mark Brown. Thank you very much. Good night. Everyone else leaves, have that shit there. If you've got a dildo, please bring it back to the front of the room.
We need the dildos back.
You can throw it, you got it.
My night will be very boring otherwise.